diagnose.
Why didn't they look, if it shows up on EEG, a PET scan, why didn't she bring it to Barbara? If you love me so much, why didn't she bring the evidence? Why didn't she diagnose me? Why didn't Dr. Wong, why didn't Dr. Bradley tell me that? Dr. Bradley told me that his official diagnosis is that I might have psychosis from withdrawing from marijuana, which is one way to say that, hey, people act like an asshole when they stop smoking weed and they say, hey, I need to smoke. You didn't know that? Did you know that?
I think that's a very loose interpretation.
Okay, please describe to me how people act when they're withdrawing from marijuana and whether or not you think that's relevant to my behavior, please.
When they talk about you as being psychotic, they talk about you as being paranoid. They talk about you...
Mom, please stop insulting me and answer the fucking question. This is getting old, okay? I keep putting this on. You're avoiding the argument. You will have your time to talk all that lies and try to defame me in response to feeling insulted, okay? Please, I'm trying to fix this family. Stop disgracing us. You're making me look bad with this stupidity. Okay, look. Do you remember the question? You see how when somebody interrupts you, you can lose your train of thought and forget what you're saying? And if they talk slow, it can be very agitating when you think quickly? Yes or no? Yes or no?
You do think quickly.
When you were, the other day, leading up to you calling the sheriffs, did you not come with a medicine case? And just remember, please don't avoid the argument. Did you not come with a medicine case and a bunch of drinks or a bunch of, what is it, McDonald's or a burger? Some kind of fast food, right? Some kind of smoothies, right? Some pink smoothie or something?
Oh, yes, I brought you some medicine.
And did I say, stop pestering me?
And you started screaming. And
how many times did I tell you to stop pestering me?
Yes, you did.
Like 10, 12, and then I progressively got louder, showing that showing that it was a bad idea and you ignored the signs. Yes or no? It's a very simple question, please.
You have been threatening and bullying me since you were a teenager.
I'm in my fucking room, Mom, with the door locked, telling you to leave me alone, and you can't even... Please stop avoiding the argument. It is a disgrace. If you have to think about this like court to think scientifically, please do so. But please stop playing us all like we're idiots or something. Stop avoiding the argument.
So, the partial complex seizure started when you were 2 months old.
Look, Mom, listen to me. It's a very simple question. Why didn't you present the evidence of the PET scan to Dr. Wong, and why didn't he diagnose me?
We told them.
And they did not agree, which means that the people who know better than you do not see it as valid evidence.
And who is Dr. Wong? Is he a neurologist?
He's a psychiatrist.
And they don't...
So you're contradicting the psychiatrist, and your whole argument is I need to see a psychiatrist. Your argument, you sent me to this. Have you not called the police for me to go see a psychiatrist? But you're now saying that they don't even know what they're talking about, that I should listen to a neurologist. So why are you sending me to see a psychiatrist against my will? Go ahead. This is going to be good.
So you have these partial complex seizures, and they generalize and interfere with your thinking. And your ability.
Mom, the psychiatrists don't agree with you.
You get paranoid and start making threats.
Man, this is the okay, did you remember earlier when I asked you how old I am? What did you say? Please, tell the truth, please.
It's almost midnight.
I know, but what did you say? And at the same time, your argument right now is to take my medicine while you're acting like this, and you can't produce a single viable, logical argument that even my viewers would want to, would accept. Imagine the guy who's been putting up with your nonsense for 35 years. Come on. You have sensitized me to your complex, and then you are pushing my buttons, my pet peeves, and you are increasing my background stressors and exacerbating the environmental factors that are the underlying cause of my behavior. How do you respond?
You are going to have to cure yourself.
Look, your voice. Look. Please stop making me look like some fucking guy who. This is not about smoke. It's not about.
Actually, it is. You were doing a damn good job of growing up and becoming a wonderful human being until you started poisoning yourself.
Mom, you are in no emotional state to ever judge me.
Until you started poisoning yourself.
Mother, calm down.
As a teenager,
Mother,
there you are. You go out, you start poisoning yourself.
Calm down.
You get seizures all over the place.
Stop being hysterical.
You start taking all this
Mom.
even more severe poisons. You're running all over the roof in the rain. It's a steep roof.
I smoke
You're
marijuana.
breaking things.
Mom, listen to me. You have asthma.
Running around.
And I haven't ever got hurt because I do martial arts.
Around the roof in the rain.
Okay, listen to me for 1 second.
Tore the hell out of shingles.
Listen to me for 1 second. The shingles aren't that bad, number one. Okay, we can go take a picture of it. I'm going to take a picture of it and post it.
We have replaced
Mom,
the shingles because of that.
Okay,
We thought you were going to fall down, break your neck.
I'm losing my train of thought because you're nonsense, okay?
No one's allowed to talk but you.
You're allowed to talk. I told you at the end of this, you will have the floor. You can have 100 years, okay? But please just answer my questions. Imagine if you're in court acting like this, saying that I'm the one who needs to submit to your judgment when I'm calm and collected and you're hysterical. So in your opinion, how has this exchange been going? How have I been behaving compared to you? Okay, I want you to first say it, then write it down.
You think that you're in charge and you think that you can tell me what to say.
So that is your, okay, and so how should you react as a result?
So I try not to be pushed into making statements that are incorrect.
Name one example of a statement that's incorrect. I'll give you an example of a statement that was correct that you refused to write, yes or no? You refused to write that you were not willing to write things, okay?
Actually, I wrote that.
Where? You wrote that when I told you to write it. You wrote something else. You said, "I will not be told what to say."
Yes.
Yes, this is not what I'm saying. Look, Mom. You see how that lack of insight does not speak well for you? I know what I'm talking about. You never do. My argument is communication and culture, okay? And you not knowing me, you don't even eat dinner with me, okay?
You live here. How can you avoid it? When you live in a culture, you have to adapt to it or you perish.
Wow. You realize this is a multicultural society and that right there is white supremacy, what you just said?
You have to adapt to it enough to keep from perishing.
Okay, so adapt to what? So what part
or else you could...
What part of living next to Native Americans and Buddhists who purposely move out here to be in the middle of nowhere, living on a 15 acres...
They don't bother you.
I'm not saying they do.
You don't actually have to
Mom, you're
adapt
showing
to
an
them.
appalling lack of understanding your son. You should be able to finish my sentences, not understand me. That is disgraceful. Now, can I finish since you don't understand me and I keep having to correct you about what I'm communicating to you, please? Or are you going to keep being defensive and hysterical and expect me to submit to your judgment? And before I even finish that, does Dad work all the time, or is he here all the time talking to me, having a beer with me? What is it?
He tries to talk to you.
That's not the question, Mother. Please, can you please stop avoiding the look? If you have, write down whatever you got to say later. Please show some discipline. If you want to tell me what to do, you can't be less disciplined and logical than I am. That is bullshit. So please, anything you want to say, write it down. Anything extras you want to say, write it down after I ask. If I see you writing, I'll give you time to write. That way we both don't lose our train of thought, and we do it mature, responsible. We get to the root cause of the instability in the
stem. You think I
stem.
interrupt you too much?
Yes, I think I think yes, it does, and do I not point that out time and time again? Do I not?
You're in charge, so you're supposed to interrupt me.
Look, Mother, I'm not in charge. I told you at least 10 times during this interview that I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. I'm willing to leave anytime. Okay, I'm willing to leave anytime. I don't own this house. You're my dad's wife, and no one is gonna watch this and think that I'm bullying you. They're gonna see that you're hysterical, you're illogical, and you're using the time of night to justify your behavior, when at the same time of night with the same behavior, you expect me to submit to your judgment. And this is consistent from you. And I'm somebody with a college degree in software engineering. I think more logically than you do. You are somebody who doesn't even take care of themselves because your mind, body, and soul is out of whack. And you want me to submit to your judgment. With all due respect, I love you. But if we do not say these things, you are going to side with my enemies. I'm going to suffer in the psych ward. I'm going to suffer on those pills. And the things that make my life worth living, like love and martial arts, I will never be able to truly enjoy. Do you agree I've been on and off psych meds my whole life? Or excuse me, since I was about 13 with Dr. Freelander? Yes or no?
Ever since you started smoking marijuana, you've been on and off of psych.
So I have had plenty of opportunity to understand. Remember, Mom, you live
before that you were on seizure meds.
You don't live in a Nixon area anymore. Weed is getting legal all over the place. A lot of people smoke weed. They're not going to accept that weak excuse. So please be mature.
It's seizure meds that we want you to take, not psych meds.
And the psychiatrists don't agree with you, according to you. You just admitted on record that Dr. Wong did not agree with you.
Which one is Dr. Wong?
You don't even know which one he is, and you want to take control of my treatment. He's the one from La Selva for the second time in the last 20 minutes. And you expect me to submit to your judgment when I'm sharp and you're not.
And he sent you home on Depakote.
But he did not give me a partial complex diagnosis. I can't remember the last time anyone has. Dr. Bradley did not. He told me that he told me he does not deal in symptoms. Okay? He doesn't deal in symptoms. He doesn't deal in labels. He only addresses symptoms.
So he didn't give you the diagnosis because he doesn't
Listen. He gave me a mood stabilizer because he believed that I was withdrawing from marijuana. Remember, I had to go to the hospital to get a marijuana. Does he not specialize in
He gave you Depakote.
Man, can I finish what I'm saying? Can you please stop interrupting me? In this video alone, we've gone over like 4 times that you keep avoiding the argument and interrupting me while you pretend there's nothing wrong with you and that I'm the problem. That's disgraceful and dishonorable. You are better than that. Show me that you're worthy of being my mother. If you want me to submit to your judgment with your feminism, prove it scientifically. If your culture is superior, then why can't you make a superior argument? And if your argument is you must submit to a culture, what is this culture of society? What am I contradicting? We live in a society where there's gang members and rock stars. There's a temple of Set. There's a church of Satan in the Santa Clara County. And I'm not adapting to a predominantly Christian culture with my Afrocentric version of Christianity and the resulting leopard Igbo behavior. What is an Igbo martial artist in your opinion, Mother?
I've never really met an Igbo that yelled and screamed.
That's not the question, Mother. Please stop pushing my buttons and then expecting me to take psych meds if I get upset. Please, what is an Igbo martial artist to you? You will have the floor later. You're showing an appalling inability to be stable and mature regardless of what time it is. If you're going to come at me at any time, Mother, and tell me to take meds when you can't at any time present me the documents, and you even say on camera psychiatrists don't agree with you, you've proven to everybody this is about your opinion of what's going on with me. A senile old lady with unkempt hair who can't even understand the question, but she understands my problem better than I do. How the hell does that work out in your mind? With all due respect.
Oh, let me see. Basically, Depakote is the only medicine that has consistently helped you control your hair trigger temper.
Really? So in the last few days, have I been taking my medicine in your opinion in the last few days?
Well, certainly it seemed to be so.
This morning, did I call Dad a house nigga?
This medicine, which takes 72 hours to clear out of the bloodstream.
This is funny as hell, people. I have videos, Mom, where I've been on medicine for months. I have 4,000 videos of my behavior on and off psych meds. I can show you countless examples of me on psych meds for months after being released from La Selva, on psych meds, seeing Dr. Bradley, getting my psych med blood level tested, and guess what? I'm acting like an asshole. Because guess what, Mother?
Why do you do that?
You have to ask me why?
Why do you act like an...
And yet you want me to be drugged by... I rest my case. Thank you, Mother. I hope you learn after you get the psychiatrist. I'm going to ask you this last question. If a psychiatrist and a neurologist both sign that they think that you're wrong, are you willing to get off your high horse and stop pretending that some old lady who's uncontrolled and emotional and can't even be calm during an interview when I remind her ahead of time to be calm? Before this interview, did I not tell you to take a few deep breaths? Yes or no?
You have been chiding me the whole time, saying that I'm out of control.
Did I ever tell you to take a few deep breaths?
And this is my out of control and hysterical face.
Mom, that is very immature. I want the psychiatrist, if this was your mother, would you let her drug you with that face?
Terrible, out of control.
Out of control? To question you?
Hysterical face.
When psychiatrists disagree with you, and I just come back from seeing a mental health person who disagrees with you, it's out of control behavior to calmly ask you questions and to be offended when you keep pushing my buttons, no matter how often I point out you do. Again, I ask you, Mother, did I not ask you to take a few deep breaths before this interview? Yes or no?
Oh, yes, you gave me
and what reason
instructions.
What reason did I say? Please, okay, look, I'll give you 15 minutes to say everything you want to say. Okay, let it be known that I will not post this video without her last 15 minutes, and she can take as long as she wants. But please answer the question. What was the reason I stated for you to take those deep breaths?
You said that I'm very hysterical and out
No,
of control.
that's what I said on record. You can't even understand. Look, I said that because I did not want you to dishonor this family and yourself with your nonsensical, neurotic madness.
my noncystical